Hey friend, welcome to your total body bar sculpt workout. I am so excited you could join. Let's get it going. Okay girl, so we'll start with a brief warm-up. Toe taps, it won't be a big deal. We'll reach and tap, okay? That's simple. So you'll want to start with your feet nice and wide. You'll turn your toes out. Now listen, you'll bend your knees as you lower your hips down. Keep your spine upright, shoulders above your hips. So with our right arm, we'll reach to our left and tap with our right foot to start. Are you ready? Here we go. So reach and then opposite direction. Reach and tap, reach and tap. There you go. So arm and leg are moving at the same time. You're welcome to work higher for a modification, or if your knees feel good here, go ahead and stay nice and low. Beautiful. Find your breath. Let it be normal. Let it be supportive. Now you'll start to notice you'll begin to rise higher. So like I mentioned, if you can afford to work lower, be aware of that and try to remain low in your stance. That just simply makes it a little bit more challenging. Nice job. Feel your obliques working, finding a rotation through your spine. That's it. Last few moments here. Coming up, we have knee marches. That's it. Good work, girl. So close. Last round. And done. Okay, girl, so knee marches. You'll march in place and you'll take opposite elbow to opposite knee. It's not a big deal. Total body experience. So start to march in place. Draw one elbow to the opposite knee and then switch sides. Now you choose your own rhythm. It can be a little bit slower. It could honestly be a little faster, but just be mindful of your form. Keep your spine upright, tailbone neutral, belly firm. Now, it's great if your elbow touches the top of your thigh. If it doesn't, don't sweat it. It's simply the gesture you're putting forth is what really counts. Good. So you'll start to feel your abdomen really beginning to engage. You'll feel your obliques as well. Find your breath. So close. And done. Good work, girl. Okay, so our first lower body exercise, elevators. So what you'll want to do is set your feet to hip width apart, okay? You'll come onto your toes, releve, lift your heels. Now listen, you'll bend your knees and lower your hips down. So belly firm, shoulders above hips, knees bent. Okay, so you'll start to rise up nice and tall and then you'll bend your knees to lower. So we rise up like an elevator and we lower like an elevator. Now you can create your own rhythm here. I wouldn't go faster. Slow is key. If you need to modify, you can always work with your heels closer to the floor. If your balance is a little bit challenged here, which it will be, but if it's too much where it's distracting, you can go over to the wall and simply fingertip the wall. Good job. Start to think about where you feel this in your quads, your calves. So we're coming down nice and slow and then we're pushing up to rise. Keep relaxing your tailbone. Now notice your knees. They drop down, but then they press forward. That allows your spine to remain upright. Almost. Okay, we're gonna hold it low and we're gonna move smaller here. So it's a simple pulse. Pulse. Down an inch, down an inch. You've got it, girl. So we're really building the heat in our thighs at this point. Embrace it. That's a good thing. Whenever you're being challenged, there's an opportunity for growth to get stronger in our case. You've got it. Keep pressing down and down. Lift your heels a little higher if you can. Sink a little deeper in your legs. Almost. Good job. Hold it low and stand up tall. Such great work. Okay, girl, we have a classic squat. So feet can come a little wider than hip width apart. Your toes will naturally turn out and that's okay. Alrighty, you can take your hands to heart center. We'll bend our knees and we'll stick our butt back and down. That's it, and then rise up tall. So hands to heart center, and then lengthen and press them behind you. Down and up, lower and lift. If this pace is a little too fast for you, you can go ahead and slow your pace down. You just really choose a pace that suits where you're at today. If you need to modify, of course, go slower. You can always work higher in your squat too. That's totally fine. So when you come down, make sure that your knees are tracking in line with your second toes. Okay, they're not going beyond your toes, maybe just slightly beyond your ankles. Belly stays firm, glutes activate right there. You want to support the lower back while you move here. Almost. Change is coming, I promise. We have a smaller range of motion coming up. Okay, hold. Start to drop your hips back and down. So it's down an inch, down an inch. Pulse, pulse. Firm your lower belly, relax your tailbone. Be aware of your knees, avoid them buckling in. Press them slightly out to the side. You want to activate your outer booty here. Weight in your heels. Feel your hammies and your booty. You've got it, girl. Keep your heart bright. Chin off chest. So close. Keep it up, almost. Couple more pulses right here. Hold, stand up tall. Great job. Okay, we have twisting grand pliés. You'll set your feet outside of your shoulders. You'll turn your toes out. You'll bend your knees as you lower your hips. Keep your spine upright by stacking your shoulders above your hips. And then you'll go ahead and hug a big beach ball right out in front of your chest. That's your ballerina arms. Okay, so we're gonna sink down, rise up, pull the left elbow back, sink, rise up, right elbow, sink. Okay, so now you should be getting the hang of it. So we lower, lift and twist, lower, lift and twist. You create your own rhythm. Feel free to go as slow as you need to. Avoid going faster than this though. So notice the temptation here to buckle your knees. So you want to keep pressing them out, especially as you lower. And then there's also a temptation to lean forward in your posture. This is not a squat. Your spine remains upright. You can always step your feet closer together if that will help you remain more upright. Good job. You can always decrease your range of motion too. Okay, so coming up, we're going to hold it low, and then we'll find a smaller range of motion, almost. Last round right here. One more to your right. Now come down and hold. You've got it, girl. So from here, you want to lift your arms overhead, and then we'll just start to pulse the hips. Down an inch, down an inch, down an inch. You've got it, girl. Avoid the temptation to work higher. This is it for this posture. So try to sink a little deeper. Keep opening your knees, pressing them back. You can always take your hands to prayer or keep your arms lifted overhead for that bonus challenge. You've got it. Keep pulsing. Almost. Hold and stand up tall. Such great work. Okay, girl, moving into upper body. So go ahead and grab your pair of light handheld weights. We'll come back to our elevator posture, and then we'll simply add an arm circle. So set your feet hip width apart. Releve, you'll come onto your toes, okay? And then you'll bend your knees, drop your hips, and then extend your arms out to a T position. And then just start to give me tiny circles back. So it's back and back. Draw your circles really small as you can get them to be. Now to modify, you can always work with your heels down, legs straight. You could also put your weights down if it's getting into your neck in a negative way. Otherwise, I want you to come back to your original position and work from there. We're not here forever, so just bear with me. You'll feel this in the shoulders. You've got it. Lower body is working too. Coming up, we'll flip our palms up and find a gentle bend in our elbows and take our circles forward. So flip the palms, soften the elbows, and then draw your circles forward. Try to keep them as small as you can. Try to stay as low in your legs as you can. Lift through your heels. That's it. Spine remains upright. Remember, you have your modifications. Heels can drop. You can drop your weights. Otherwise, go back to your original position and work from there. I know there's a lot of heat building in your upper body, especially your shoulders. Biceps are working too because the elbows are bent. Stay with it, girl. You've got this. Embrace the shake and quake. Get a little lower. So close. Almost, girl. And done. Stand up tall. Shake it out if you need to. Okay, girl, we have a classic squat with a bicep scoop. So we'll come into a squat. As you rise, you'll lift your elbows to shoulder height. As you lower, you'll bring your elbows back. So bring it back. Scoop it up. Squat, bring it back. Rise up, lift your elbows. Palms face in. That's it. When you come into your squat, you want to keep your back flat, chest lifted. Avoid rounding forward through your shoulders. Speaking of your shoulders, if this is getting into your neck or that region of your body in a negative way, you can limit your range of motion when you lift your elbows, or you can ditch your weights, totally up to you. So by keeping our elbow bent the entire time, we're keeping our biceps in a constant contraction. It might be intense for the biceps, the shoulders, but that's okay. We're here to strengthen our body and to challenge our body. Okay, we have change. We're gonna stand up tall after this one, and then we'll just start to tap our knuckles up an inch, up an inch. Yes, you can. Come on, girl. Breathe through it. We're standing up nice and tall, feet set to hip width apart. Gentle bend in your knees. Hallelujah. We're almost done. It's up an inch, up an inch. Yes, girl. Belly firm, tailbone neutral. Shoulders stacked above your hips. Almost. Can you make it a little smaller? A little stronger. Last couple. Hold and let it go. Nice job. All right, girl. Incline rows with a tricep kickback. So you'll find a light squat position, feet hip width, knees bent, butt back, heart forward. Reach your arms out and down. So you'll bend, extend, extend. Now you create your own rhythm here. When you reach your arms back to your original position, just let it be a natural hang. So nothing forced. When you find a natural hang, that helps to relax the traps, the neck region. So you can focus more on the upper back and the triceps. Feel free to create your own rhythm. Belly stays firm and supportive. Weight in your heels. Okay, we're gonna hold it back and just start to lift your arms up an inch, up an inch. Keep your arms nice and straight. By doing so, you'll enable yourself to focus more on your triceps. Now, you can stand up tall if it becomes too much. You can put your weights down. Otherwise, go back to your original position and really challenge yourself here. Try to keep your arms nice and high. Try to limit your range of motion. We're almost there. Change is coming. Last one, and let it go. Good job, girl. Alrighty, all fours, leg lifts. You'll come onto all fours. You'll plant your hands underneath your shoulders, and then you'll come down onto your knees. You'll align your left knee underneath your left hip and extend your right leg behind you as you point through your toes. Okay, so take an inhale. As you exhale, lift your leg up to hip height and then inhale, lower. Exhale, lift and squeeze. Inhale, resist and lower. Now you create your own rhythm. Make sure that it's nice and slow. Be thoughtful with your movement. So you should feel this a little bit in your hamstring, so your hamstring should feel heavy, and then you'll feel a majority of the work at the base of your glutes. See about shifting some of that work throughout your glutes and to the top of your glutes. So it starts at the base and then it works its way up to the top. Try to square your hips, pull your left hip back, point your right hip down. If you need to modify, you can just simply decrease your range of motion as you lift your leg. Coming up, we have a small range of motion. One more down. Now hold it up and just lift your leg up a little, up a little. You want to spend more time lifting your leg than lowering your leg. That's where the work is when you're lifting your leg. So spend more time there. Keep your thigh nice and lifted. You've got it, girl. Eye gaze down, protect your neck. You've got it, almost there. Coming up, we have clam, right side. Last few moments, last one, hold, and let it go. Nice job. Okay, girl, you'll go ahead and lie down on the left side of your body. You'll come down onto your elbow and then also your left hip, okay? So what you'll do from there is you'll bend your knees and then you'll stack your feet. So shoulder above elbow, belly firm, hips stacked, okay? Knees stacked and feet stacked. Option 1, you keep your bottom shin down and you simply lift your top. Option 2, lift your bottom shin and then find your clam. Okay, so lift up your top leg and then resist it down. So it's up and back, down and close. That's it. Keep pressing away from the earth here. Always check in with your alignment. Are you collapsing into your left shoulder? If you are, press away from the earth through your forearm and hug in through your side core, your left obliques. Modification, you can come down, all the way down and cradle your head with your left hand. Otherwise, I want you to challenge yourself and stay upright, propped up on your forearm. Now notice over time, your bottom shin wants to lower. Keep it lifted. Working the outer booty here. Coming up, we have a hold. Okay, after this one, you'll hold it up and then just begin to press your knee up and back, up and back, up and back. Woo, girl, so you should feel the intensity right here. We're getting into the side of our booty, the glute medius, okay? The gluteus medius. You've got it. Keep squeezing your feet together. Keep pressing your top knee up and back. Yes, you can. Come on, breathe. It's almost done. Push yourself to the finish line. Last two, last one. Hold. Nice job. You can hug your knee into your chest and then take it back. Okay, we'll move into all fours on the left side. So hands underneath your shoulders. Stack your right knee underneath your right hip and then extend your left leg behind you. All right, girl, let's get set up. Extend your left leg behind you. Point through your big toe here. Square the hips, take an inhale. As you exhale, lift up. Inhale, resist it down. So exhale, squeeze the booty. Inhale, resist it back down. Once again, you create your own rhythm. Think about pulling your right hip back as you glide your left hip down. That'll help to square your hips. Engage your abdomen. Make sure that your shoulders are stacked above your wrist. Spine is nice and long. Now, don't be alarmed if this side feels a little bit more challenging, simply because it wasn't moving when we were focusing on the right leg doesn't mean that it wasn't working, okay? So your standing leg, your stationary leg, is working just as hard to stabilize you. So embrace that bonus challenge. Coming up, we have a smaller range of motion. You'll give me a couple more here. Last one down. Hold it up, and then just start to squeeze at the base of your glutes to lift your leg up and up. Try to straighten your left leg as much as you can. It's okay if you feel heavy throughout your hamstrings. Use that extra resistance to get you stronger. Envision it's a weight resting on your leg. It's up and up, lift and squeeze. Good job. Keep firming in through your belly. Almost there. Last couple. Last one, and let it go. Okay, girl, we have clam on the left side. So you'll lie down on your right side body, bend your elbow, prop yourself up, and then we'll start to go through our other alignment. Okay, so shoulder above elbow, chest bright, belly firm, hips stacked, knees and feet stacked. Option 1, you keep your bottom shin down as you lift your top leg. Full expression, you lift your bottom shin and then you move your top leg. So it's up and back, squeeze, resist and lower. Up and back, squeeze, resist and lower. Feel free to create your own rhythm. I would not go fast here. Move nice and slow. Now remember your modification. If it gets into your shoulder, you can lie all the way down and simply cradle your head with your right hand. Otherwise, you're staying nice and upright. Make sure that you're not collapsing through your shoulder here. Good. Elbow underneath your shoulder. Obliques active. Now let's talk about the booty here. Where do you feel it? You should feel it in your outer glutes. Once again, that's your glute med region. Keep squeezing your heels and your big toes in towards one another. Good work. Couple more here. Nice work. Finish strong. Last one down. Hold it up, squeeze it back, find your small range. It's up and back, up and back. Now check in with your bottom shin. Is it, has it lowered? If it has, lift it higher because you're worth it. You've got it, girl. Try to make your range of motion a little bit smaller here and find a little bit more control. Firm in through your obliques. Yes, you can. You're almost there. Up and back, up and back. Woo, feel the heat, almost. Hold, and let it go. Good job. Yes, you can hug your knee in. Good, you can drop back. Alrighty, let's move on. Alrighty, thread the needle. You'll come down onto your right elbow. You'll extend your legs and stack your feet on top of each other. However, if you'd like a modification, here you go. Bottom knee stays down, top leg extends, bottom hand stays planted, and top arm will move. So here's your thread the needle range of motion, and then sweep it back up. Otherwise, stack your shoulder above your elbow, stack your feet, stack your hips, lift your hips, reach your top arm. Inhale, exhale, thread your needle, inhale, sweep it up. Now you create your own rhythm here. Now we won't be here forever, so make the most of your time. Embrace the intensity. Yes, you can. Try to keep your hips nice and stacked. They'll swivel a little, but try to keep them stacked. Obliques hug in, arm lengthens up. Last one. Lift your hips a little higher, hold it up, and resist it down. Good work. Okay, we'll switch sides. Remember your modification if you need to take advantage of it. Otherwise, you'll come to your full expression option. Elbow down, so left elbow planted on the ground, shoulder above your elbow, feet stacked. Otherwise, bottom knee down, top leg extended, and your base arm is nice and long. Okay, so let's come back to original position. If that's for you, you'll go ahead and lift your hips, inhale, exhale, thread your needle. So sweep your top arm sky high, and then as you exhale, wrap it around. Allow your eye gaze to follow your movement. Nice job. Keep squeezing in through your inner thighs. Let that be a gateway to your core. You've got it, girl. Come on, push. Now remember, we're not here forever. So this will pass, I promise you. Last one. Hold it up. Hallelujah. Lower. Good job. Okay, prayer twist. An oldie but a goodie. You'll sit down on your butt. You'll bend your knees, plant your feet. You'll hinge back at your hips so your torso will incline back. Gather your hands to heart center and hold. Take an inhale. As you exhale, twist to one side, come back, Exhale, twist to the opposite side. Come back to center. Slow is key here. And what's also key is staying hinged back. That's where you'll find the challenge. Otherwise, you can modify by crossing your ankles, uprighting your spine, and finding a twist from there. However, if you're feeling up to it like I know you are, you can come back to your original position and challenge yourself. Totally up to you. Wherever you're at, just really think about rotating through the spine as you isolate through your side core, your obliques. A few more moments here. We're shaping our natural waistline. Okay, there you go. Last couple moments. Last round. This is it. We're gonna come back and hold for just a brief moment and let it go. Nice work. Okay, so don't go too far. You have boat pose, toe taps. So the foundation will stay the same. Stay on your butt, torso will lean back, but this time around, lift your shins parallel to the floor. Take your arms to a low V position. Now you'll inhale, tap one foot down, exhale, lift. Inhale, tap the other, exhale, lift your knee. You create your own rhythm once again. Let it be slow and thoughtful. Modification, you would plant your feet and then march one knee up at a time while staying hinged back. Otherwise, come back to your original position and find your toe taps from there. Keep your heart bright, chin off of your chest, breath present. Ooh, these are a burner, huh? You can do it, girl. Last round, one more each side. Yes, you can. Hold at center and release. Good job. Okay, punching crunches. These are so much fun. Just like it sounds, you'll sit down on your butt, your knees will stay bent, feet will stay planted, and you'll just start to punch one arm at a time as you lower your torso. So punch, punch, you're gonna lower. Punch up, lift your torso. Yes, girl. Now, punch like you mean it. Let there be intention with your upper body. Okay, that'll get your abdomen to work a little more. Modification, you can walk your hands down your thighs and then up your thighs to help you move. And then you can also think about keeping your heels further away from your glutes. You've got it, girl. Keep punching, keep lowering, and keep lifting. Yes, you can. So I would exhale to lift up, and I would inhale to lower. Try to relax your face here. Last couple moments. One more down. Woo, you've got it, girl. And release. Okay, stay on your back. We have diamond toe taps. You'll bring your knees above your hips, your shins parallel to the floor, and then you'll find an external rotation. So open your knees out to the side as your toes point in. You'll inhale, lower your right foot, tap the floor. Exhale, resist it up. Inhale, lower your left foot. Exhale, resist it up. And simply alternate from one side to the other. Now, if you notice your lower back beginning to lift off of the mat as you lower your leg, all that means is that your range of motion is too big for where you're at today. So simply decrease your range of motion, and that way you'll ensure keeping your back flat. Therefore, you'll really remain engaged through your abdomen. Relax the upper body, arms to a low V. Face is nice and soft. Try to relax your brow line. Inhale, lower. Exhale, lift. That's it. Last round. One more each side. Make it worth your while. Good job. Resist it up. And hug your knees in. All right, girl. So can you believe it? You're done. Hallelujah. Let's stretch it out, my friend. Okay, you have earned it. So here we go. We'll find a full body stretch here. You'll extend your legs out in front of you. as you sweep your arms back behind you. Point through your toes. Good. Feel the top line of your body. Create expansion. You'll roll to one side. Prop yourself upright. Okay, we're going to come into a crescent moon on the right side. So what you'll do is you'll step your right foot forward. Kind of move your left knee a little bit behind you. Front knee stacked above your ankle. And then you can sweep your arms overhead. All right, so shoulders stacked above your hips. Belly stays firm. Relax your tailbone. A couple more moments. Now we'll find a hamstring stretch. Half splits. Shift your weight back. Straighten your front leg. Lean forward. And then we'll switch sides. So we won't spend forever in these stretches, so just keep that in mind as we're moving here. Front knee above ankle, back knee, shift it behind you. And when you're ready, you can resume your crescent lunge, or excuse me, your crescent moon. Shoulders above your hips, belly firm, tailbone neutral. And then when you're ready, you'll find half splits. So you'll shift your weight back, straighten your front leg, flex your front foot. Heart goes forward, belly stays firm. And let it go. Nice job. Okay, we'll go ahead and sit down on our heels. We'll find a side body stretch. So you'll sweep your left arm up and then lean it up and over to your right. Come back to center, switch sides. Right arm up and over. Come back to center. Find a shoulder stretch. Cross your left arm over your chest. And then switch sides. Girl, I wasn't kidding when I said brief stretching here. Tricep stretch. Bend your left elbow. And then switch sides. Bend your right elbow. And good job. Yay! Thank you so much, friend, for joining me. I had such a blast working out with you. You crushed it. If you need more stretching, I totally get it. Go ahead and treat your body, and I'll see you for our next one.